Hey everyone, it's me Danny, and today I'm back with a new video. So, this is September has now begun. It's the start of fall, and that means everything starts going crazy. And right now I'm very in Halloween mode. But because of the start of fall, that means you need some new fall reads. So I'm just gonna go through like some of the books that I plan to read over the fall that I currently have because I'm sure as hell going to be reading The Ship of the Dead as soon as it comes out. But that comes out first week of October, and I am ready. I'm so ready for it because so many things happen in October, and I'm so excited about it. But anyways, we're going to hop right in. So September means the beginning of a lot of things, like beginning of school or things, beginning of stress, as I like to put it. So I like reading like really big, like epic high fantasy things, or things that take place in like a magical, mystical place to like help me escape the world. I mean, I normally just read fantasy anyways, or like fiction. That's just what I normally read anyways, but I want it more, especially during the fall. So the majority of these books like are fantasy-esque. You don't take place in this time or world. But the first book on my list right here, I'm actually already currently reading it and I am loving it. I understand all the hype it's been getting, and this is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I I kept seeing it all over the place, and I was just like, okay, I need to check it out because I have Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell, which is her Peter Pan retelling, and I loved it. It was such a good book, and I'm absolutely enjoying this one. I don't know how far I'm in. I'm pretty far in case you can't tell by my bookmark. But yeah, this follows a girl named Esta, and she's a talented thief who has the magical ability to manipulate time. So she can like essentially like not freeze time, but like slow it down dramatically for everyone except for her. And so like she can like kind of slow time and then like steal and stuff. But she also has the ability to travel back in time and also forwards when she's back in time. But yeah, so this follows the story of Esta as she's on her biggest mission yet to travel back to 1902 to find the magician and stop him, because something that he does in 1902 is very detrimental for Esta's time in the future. And it's so cool. This is like the first book that I've read about time travel. I'm loving it. I love time travel, I've learned, and it's really cool, and you all should read it too. The next book on my list is a high fantasy one that I'm so excited. It's been on my shelf for ages and I've been wanting to read it. Like, that's also what this is. This is also me trying to read most of the books on my shelf before Christmas comes along, because then I'll be getting new books and I'll want to read the new books before I read the books that have been on my shelf forever and ever. And this is a nasty cycle. But anyways, the next book on my shelf is Frostfire by Amanda Hocking, and this follows a girl named Bryn who lives in Canaan society, but she doesn't fit in because she has blonde hair and blue eyes, which shows that she is a half-breed. And so the people in her society don't really like her. Like, she doesn't fit in because of that. They're judging her for it. But she is training to become one of the king's elite guards, because that's always been a dream of hers. But as she keeps training, she starts to fall in love with her boss. And then this whole thing happens. She starts to fall in love with her boss, and then something horrible happens to whatever world she lives in, and she has a chance to fight this bad guy who attempted to kill her father. And so it pushes her to make decisions that she never had, see if she is up to handling the stress, and it pushes her even closer to her boss, which is a very dangerous thing for her. The next book I have for you is actually a trilogy, so it is books. but this is a trilogy. Like, I read the first book like 2 or 3 years ago, and then I bought the second one. I bought the other one, the other two, with it like after I'd read it because I had enjoyed it. But then they've just been sitting on my shelf forever and ever because I haven't gotten around to doing it. But this time I'm doing it. I'm starting to read it, and this trilogy is the Wildwood trilogy. These are really heavy books. Wow. Yeah, the first book is Wildwood. I read it like 2 years ago, so I need to reread it because I forget everything. The second book is Wildwood Imperium. The third book is Under Wildwood. And these are written by Colin Malloy, and they're illustrated by Carson Ellis, which I think is super cute that they're illustrated, and like the illustrations in it are really super cute. Because look at this. Look at how cute it is. I love it. I think it's the best thing ever. But this book follows a girl named Prue McKeel. Like, she lives in Portland, Oregon, I believe, is where she lives. But there's like an impenetrable forest of sorts on the edge of her city. And one day, she and her friend, whose name I cannot remember at this moment, but she and her friend are going around and then are like adventuring. And Prue's little sibling, I can't remember if it's a brother or sister, but Prue's baby sibling is taken by like a crow or bird and taken into the forest. And so Prue and her friend wander into the forest to save Prue's brother, I'm gonna say. And the majority of the story takes place in the forest, and the forest there has created this form of created this secret society type things. And so it's Prue and her friend venturing in, discovering the society, fighting alongside them. It's like the war that's brewing in there, and it has a very autumnal feeling for me because it takes place in a big giant forest, and that's where you want to be during fall, in a forest, because it's so pretty. The bird just flew outside my window and it terrified me. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I've been meaning to read these for the longest time, and I'm super excited to hop back into it this fall. So that has been my fall reads TBR thing. Let me know if you have read any of these books, and let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations for me to read during this, let me know. I will welcome any suggestions you have. But I am so ready for fall because fall is my favorite season. I do not like summer at all. It doesn't, but I'm so ready that fall is here because that means Halloween is right around the corner. And so is Ship of the Dead and Thor Ragnarok, and I'm so ready for everything because fall is a happy time because lots of shows come back, and I'm happy for it. Yeah, but I give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me and my face. And let me know what kind of videos you want to see, and I will try my best to do them. And I will see you guys in my next video. Now go home and read a book. Bye.